they had control. They didn't need to do anything more than they did.
Yeah. It's, listen, hear him saying that. Yeah, you have to look at what Tottenham and how they kind of sucked Arsenal into the trap, which we're going to show later. But when you consider Arsenal taking 55 passes to get a shot off, why would you play any differently? They did have the game under control, and they know that the way they're going to play with the counter-attacking, it's going to cause Arsenal a problem. It did. The game plan, I thought, worked perfectly for them today. And
it's a game plan that we have seen before.
I think that's what surprised me most about Arsenal, really, the fact that they were not alive to it more in the first half. It was executed to perfection. It was the way, though, they engineered the space in what I call the outball, really, more often than not, in that little hole that we know happens a lot. I mean, you can see here. So Thomas Partey does what you'd expect him to do. He's panicking. Harry Kane's the guy who always gets in the hole. I've got to mark him. Xhaka gets on Lo Celso. But watch Lo Celso's little move. He pulls away. There's that little space that's created in between the two midfielders. Bergwijn forces the back line one way. Bang, pocket of space. That's your outball. That's engineered. That's well worked. Those players know exactly what they're doing because it happens more than once. Xhaka this time. As a midfielder, you would do this. You'd think, well, Kane keeps dropping deep. I'm going to help out. Partey goes and presses Lo Celso. It's that lovely little pull away from Lo Celso again. There's that distance between their two midfielders. Look who drifts in this time. Steven Bergwijn. So it's not Kane every time. Now we've had Bergwijn do it. We've had Son drop into that little pocket of space. And the last person that does it, I mean, it's poor from Arsenal, don't get me wrong. But it's the outball. People are so obsessed with pressing, but they had the outball in behind that midfield. And any time these two link up, especially for this second goal, it causes problems.
And it's drilled.
It's drilled. This is something that is worked on, and they are clinical. Wrighty, obviously, being a striker would know just how clinical they are. But the second half's a different game. Set pieces, you just saw from Eric Dyer there, absolutely solid. Two centre-halves getting tight to the centre-forwards. Højbjerg doing a great job in filling in those extra spaces that need filling, and then also causing himself as making himself a nuisance, picking up second balls and just breaking down anything that Arsenal want to do. How Lacazette does not get on the end of this, I don't know. Serge is on the wrong side of him. He manages to get on the right side and clears the ball. Now, it's not like they're massively out of control here. Look at, Toby's finger. He's pointing to Serge Aurier saying, you cover this side because I want to take him down the line. If you cover the inside, I ain't got to worry about him cutting inside on me. And he does exactly that. This is a team that's working together. They're in control. They're organised.
No panic.
No panic, and they know how to win games of football. They're in a great situation right now.
You're going to look at how Arsenal attacked in a minute, but when you look at what's wrong with Arsenal, you're looking at the second goal that Tottenham scored as well. But obviously, from the Arsenal perspective, where it went wrong.
Yes, and when we see it, you could see Thomas Partey. Unfortunately, the gamble on him didn't work. He unfortunately had to limp out. But I think Xhaka has got to be more aware. As the holding midfielder, you've got 6 players in front of you. You don't need to be going in there as the holding guy. You know what I mean? You should be holding out because Tottenham are counter-attacking.
Got 5 there.
You've got 5 men the other way against 2. And then once it gets in here, Arsenal are in all sorts of problems. And I feel that is something that should have been...
And nobody shouted to him. We didn't see Holding or Gabriel shout.
No, they didn't shout to them. No, they didn't shout to him. But I do believe he's experienced enough to know that situation. And I feel that this is something what Arsenal have to do. Is that they're not taking chances on passing the ball into areas where they can then hurt the opposition. You look at their Xhaka, he's actually got nothing in front of him there. So they go to the side. When it comes back into him, again, you're looking, he's going to look in front. There's nothing. No one's coming in there. Yes, Højbjerg's in there, but you want someone to move him about so there's space can be created. Nothing. Ceballos, can he pass it in there? He's pointing, Lacazette's pointing, telling him to pass it somewhere else. Again, look, somebody can get into these holes. Yes, Højbjerg's in there. Aubameyang could go, he could come short. It's not happening. And so then it comes out to the side here. Again, in fact, you look at this one, I'm thinking, look at our forwards here. Something's got to happen because chances were created, just weren't clinical enough today. But that has got to change, the movement there. And once Kieran Tierney gets it here, you look at Lacazette, that's a massive hole for somebody to exploit there. I think that it was very comfortable for Tottenham. You know what I mean? I think we're lacking a little bit of confidence at the moment because, like I say, chances were made, but unfortunately we didn't take them.